Hello lovelies, welcome to my channel. In today's video we're doing a pick a card reading on the urgent messages from spirit for your spiritual growth and healing. Very excited about this video. So if you're new to this type of readings, this is a timeless video. So that means that when it finds you or when you find it is exactly when you're meant to receive these messages and to fully trust in that. This is also a general reading. So that means that some things might resonate and other might not, and that's totally fine. So only take with you what does fully truly resonate and completely leave out the rest. For this reading we have 4 different piles that you can choose from, and you can either choose by the number of the pile through your intuition or through the connection that you have with the signifier for each pile. So for pile number 1 we have this coin. I bought this in Thailand. And on one side we have Buddha and the other side we have Ganesh. So this is the signifier for pile 1. Then we have for pile 2 this metal piece of Sarasvati. Then we have for pile 3 this Tibetan Buddhist deity. I do not remember the name of the deity. I just know it's Tibetan. And then for the 4th pile we have this metal piece of Ganesh. Perfect. So if you need more time, you're welcome to pause the video to find the pile that you resonate the most with. And once you're ready, you can scroll down in the description box to find the timestamp of your pile. So I'm really excited for you to listen to these messages from Spirit, and I'm looking forward to see you in your reading. Bye! Hello pile 1, if you chose this Buddha with Ganesh on the back, then this is your reading on the urgent messages from Spirit for your spiritual growth and healing. We're excited to see what is going to come up for you. So we're going to lay first all the tarot cards, and then we're going to go through each one of them with as well the oracle cards as clarifiers for each card. I hope they will fit all in on the screen. Let's see. It's quite a few of them. I'm gonna get there. Alright. Okay, we have actually a lot of pentacles for you. Okay, we were able to fit them in. Awesome. Perfect. Okay, so we begin with the first set of cards that really represent your current healing state or where you are currently right now in your healing process. And we have the Star as well as Procyon with personal development, soul growth, breath work, and light codes. I feel like for the majority of you, you already have been working on your spiritual path. Either you've been thinking about it and you expressed a wish, or there are specific things that you've been drawn to, or you already started to dive into healing, into some healing type of practices. And I here, for example, I mentioned like breath work. I feel like many of you maybe have taken like as well some type of coaching courses, some sort of like energy work healing. There is a sense that you're not a beginner in this. Like you're not brand new. You already have some experience in some course that you've taken, or at least you already had a really strong interest in taking some courses towards your spiritual path and your healing. So whether you have already taken them or you've been thinking to take them and it's been like a sort of like a strong wish, is something that has been present in your life since already a little while. And I feel like it can be as well that you're ready, even if you haven't really taken many courses yet. I feel like you're very naturally inclined for spirituality and for as well supporting people through healing processes. And I feel like you have this sort of like natural gift and as well almost clarity that is part of your path to not just to do it for yourself, but as well to support other people in this type of journeys, in these spiritual journeys. Then next we have the urgent message really from Spirit that is what is urgent for you to know for your own healing and growth. We have here the Eight of Pentacles as well as sexual arts. Oh, very nice, you guys. Okay. So I feel like one of the urgent message that is coming through, as I was already started to say before, I feel like you have a natural propension to do this as well as work, to support other people on their journey, on their healing path. And I feel like an important message that the Spirit is coming through to tell you is that is whether you've started to take it trainings, to make sure that you really dive deep in the things that they really move you like on a spiritual level, and they really worked for you to train really well and to learn this skill really well, because this is part of your path, is as well like offering them, and is like to keep if you already started to keep refining your skills, and even if you're already trained enough to keep like to continue the learning on this path, because it's definitely something that is not only for your growth, but as well for the other people that you will touch in your life. And it's really important that you master all of the areas that you are interested in, number one for yourself, but as well to offer it to other people. And there is this strong emphasis of like believing in yourselves and believing in what you offer, and believing that you can truly make the difference in somebody's life, and that is important that you do master your craft really well, so there is nothing that will hold you back from that. And I feel as well with sexual arts, I feel like some of you might be drawn to the tantric path, and it's quite specific, but for the ones that are like not drawn to this specific spiritual path, I feel like there is an important element of integrating the sexual energy in your life as well. Meaning, if you were seeing them as something you needed to avoid, or something that you like felt like it was in opposition with your spiritual life, to start to observe them in a different way, because it doesn't, if things are in balance and they're healthy, that type of energy actually supports you and your growth and your process. So if you were being somehow not allowing yourself to feel in those energy or to tap into those energy, to start to reconsider that, because there is so much energy for you in there that you can use in so many multiple ways as well, for your growth and for your learning, for your training. So to not discard, like if you don't feel drawn to actually learn the tantric path, that's totally okay, but please do not completely shut down this side of you from your life, because even in your spiritual path, this energy is extremely important, because it's your life force, and it will support you in your process of learning and healing for yourself, but as well for others, to have all the vital energy that you need, instead of suppressing it, to just allow it to be there in a very healthy and balanced way. So this is like both of messages And then if you were curious or drawn to the tantric path, then take this already as a sign, because there might be something there for you as well that you can learn for yourself and then support others within this process. Then we have the next set of cards, the healing challenge, that is really like but it's kind of the challenge that has been in your healing process and in your healing journey so far, and in your growth, in your spiritual growth. And we have the Two of Pentacles, as well as Priestess with begin, perceive, predict, and prophesize. Very interesting. So I'm like, I want to keep going back to the tantric path, because I feel like immediately, as soon as I saw, I want to show you. As soon as I saw this image, I was like, okay. I feel like some of you are really meant to be like a sort of a tantric priestess, you know, like, or like really work, or a tantric priest, whatever, you know, like, but really kind of like take this as a spiritual path. It just feels like a very big message here. And I feel like one thing that has been, in a sense, like a challenge is not allowing this to emerge, and maybe repressing or judging this type of energy, or this type of like practices, or not allow yourself to dive into them, because maybe you've been associating more with some more ascetic type of path, where sexuality is, in a sense, not included within spirituality. And it feels like something that has been not using this energy that you have, or not following this path, has been something that has been holding you back from your own progress and your own healing. And I feel like as well, another things that come up, also because I keep seeing like all these pentacles here, I feel like one thing that has been like a challenge, and as something that has maybe kind of slowed down your progress and your path on this way, is the fact that maybe you've been divided in between different realities, or different version thinking. I keep getting the sense that you're really meant to do this as well as the work, like that. This type of spiritual path, whatever you choose, whatever it's breath work, coaching, helping people or support people on their healing and their growth, is actually also part of what you're supposed to do as your mission, but it's also what you're supposed to do to make money and to live, really, like as a livelihood. And I feel like there maybe have been in the past, or as well in the present, some conflict with, well, should I make money out of this? Should I make this my career? Or maybe kind of be concerned more about the money part, and thinking, I know I certainly cannot make a living out of this, and not fully trusting where this path might take you, and all the passion that you have, and all the inner calling that you have within this, because there was like the material and the practical part that was holding you back, of like the logical thinking, well, you know, like I still need to pay rent, I still need to you know, like buy food, and not believing that, or not fully believing that what you do, you can actually have an abundant life as well, with offering these services to support other people heal or grow in whatever path you choose. So I feel like this is something that has been holding you back as well, like, and just sort of like slowing down the process a little bit. All this kind of like bit confusion and doubts, and like, oh, you know, I feel this, but I'm not really so sure, and just a sense of a bit of a lack of trust that the universe would support you as well economically in your path, if you start to fully offer things that you're passionate about and your heart is on fire with. So to allowing, like, and I feel like with the Priestess as well, like, in a sense, is like to become I see it as become a bridge, you know, for people that maybe are really down to earth, and they're not like extremely spiritual, or they don't believe in healing. And for you to become that bridge to support other people, to even if they don't believe in specific things, that's okay, but to still support them in their healing, and to bridge the gap, and whatever doubts, whatever thinking of, "Oh, I'm not gonna make enough money," this has just been holding you back from really the purpose. It feels like a bit keep coming back. It keeps feeling like a quite a strong purpose, that this is supposed to be your life work and your livelihood. So to not allow any type of doubt or any type of confusion to hold you back from what you really feel called to do, because it feels like very, very important for you and for everybody else that you will touch, because it's also part of your own healing and part of your own growth. Then we have the healing guidance. So what type of guidance Spirit has for you for this healing? And we have, again, Pentacles. We have the Ace of Pentacles, as well as the grandmothers with remember your roots, perspective, and trust the wearings. Yeah, the same message that keeps coming back is to fully, like, part of your healing, and I feel like I just actually said that, but part of your healing feels like trusting and believing that this is like your opportunity as well, like to find stability and prosperity, additional to the healing, and to heal your line, to heal your lineage, to really heal your root. And in a sense, just to change your perspective, if you have like this doubt coming out, if you have this thought of like, oh, like, I love this, but I certainly cannot make money out of that, to really allow yourself to see more possibility and to change perspective, because there's going to be so much opportunities that will show up once you believe in yourself and you believe in what you're doing, that, or what you want to offer, that will really open the door. As far as what you feel like you want to offer is truly coming from this place of like inner wish, like inner calling. And it's just gonna, the universe is gonna open doors for you. But it feels like that your healing and your path is really linked with you as well, offering, it's part of your process, like you offering what you learned and what you did to other people, and for this to become as well either your part-time job or your main livelihood. But it kind of keeps coming back. So this is like a message that, again, it might be very specific, but if you were thinking to start like even a part-time passion project, to do like to offer what you're passionate about, please go for it, because the universe is gonna open doors for you. Even if you have moments that you feel like, I don't know how we're gonna make it work out, the universe will support you. And I feel like as well your ancestors will support you, because it's part of your healing, and it's part of like the process that you have to go through as well. And there is a lot of support and healing that you will provide to others too. So you have a lot of support around that you might not be able to see at this point in time, or to acknowledge, but it's there. So please go for it. Please 1000% go for it. Okay, then we have the immediate action. So what action you can already take based on what we just saw. And we have the Ace of Cups, as well as Celia with motivation. So I feel like the message here, like the immediate action, I feel like I'm just jumping ahead every time with the next step, but the immediate action here feels like to really take a step forward into what you feel like you wanted to manifest within the things that you wanted to offer. I feel like allowing your creativity to be expressed without all this confusion and doubts, and allowing yourself to actually act is gonna bring so much emotional fulfillment. And there's gonna be, it's like it I feel like it's gonna be something that will then sustain itself even as a motivation, because you will start to do something that you love to do, and then it will just fuel itself. So it's just really beginning with to do what you love, even if it's like few hours a day, whatever, whatever your time and your schedule allows. It's gonna be good, but allow yourself from the place where you are to really begin to do what you love and what you would like to offer, and I promise you that it will kind of spark this like something that would just kind of go on its own. It will create its own almost inertia after you start, and it will fulfill you so much as well emotionally, and it will eventually as well support you economically, that you'll be so grateful that you did this. And I feel like doing what you love, it will continue just allow your own healing process too. So I keep feeling these two things are very, very linked. And then we have actually, I'm confused. This was the growth opportunity. Yes. So anyway, yes, just to start to really start and to put yourself out there. Really, there is so much growth that can come from you, and I feel like healing more than anything. So yeah. And then we have I said we had before, like sort of the immediate action or what to take that could facilitate this healing or growth. And we have the Queen of Pentacles, which I want to show to you, as well as June with beginning and balance. I feel like the message is the same. To me is like really the immediate action is again begin and allow yourself to become this leader that you are, this person that has full knowledge and confidence in their own skills and their own capacity to manifest, specifically like to manifest like a livelihood. So if the fear is, I'm not sure I'm gonna be able to make enough money, to know deep down that, and to do from a very deep place, that actually you are somebody very, very capable to manifest everything that you want. And I feel like once you begin, it's gonna bring so much balance. Just gonna show you this card again. It's gonna bring so much balance in your life, and it's gonna bring so much healing for you directly, even though yes, you're also gonna support other people, but is number one comes from this place of like growth and healing for yourself, and then additionally you're gonna spread the light and spread the healing. But the whole reading it feels very linked with you beginning and start to offer, even if it's like a tiny thing, like, but to start to offer your services, your sessions, your courses, whatever that might be. And if you already are, and if you were not 100%, we're holding back, to please do not hold back. Just dive into it. Know that the universe will support you, and it will be incredibly healing for you as well within the whole process. I'm gonna pick 2 more cards to see what other messages universe has for you. And we have this card that says, all paths lead home. Inner authority, intuition, turn your gaze within. I feel like independently of which type of path is for you, which type of, whether it's a tantric path, whether it's breath work, whether it's coaching, they will all lead you like home, like to the universe, to your heart. And it's just about really following them, just even if other people do not agree with you or they question it, to just really trust your intuition and your own inner voice, to know that this is what you're meant to do, especially if you've been judging, if it was like related to tantric, some tantric path or something linked to sexuality or whatever there might be that you've been judging yourself for. Just believe that and trust that if this is coming from your inner calling and your intuition, it's gonna be good no matter what. And maybe not everybody will see it that way, and that's okay too, because it's not about pleasing everybody, but it's about your own path going back home, and that is, no one else can tell you which one is. So to really fully trust that. And then we have, I love it so much, trust the timing, trust the wave you came in on. Time is not running out. Even if, for example, for some of you, this kind of bringing your offerings may have taken a while, or if you've been doing training for a while and this has been taking, you've been like, oh, I wanted to begin something, but has been kind of like, sort of like, yeah, I want to go for it, but I'm scared. Oh yeah, I want to go for it, but something is not quite right. I don't have enough time. I don't have enough money, whatever that may be. Know that it's anyway the perfect timing for you to start now, and not to have to think that you need to rush. You don't have to kind of like go thinking, oh, I need to kind of like make it back for the time that I was not invested in this or not doing something else. The timing is what it was, and it was what it was meant to be, as far as that you begin, and you begin now, and you take immediate action to start with whatever you wanted to offer, whatever your passion or session or whatever that, you know, was calling to your heart. As far as you begin now, you know, like the time is never wrong. So to fully trust that, and not to have that pressure of like, I should have begun like a month ago, 3 years ago, whatever, you know, like if you're beginning now, that's perfect as it is. And even if things in some cases might not take off immediately or immediately fast, to trust that that is also part of the process. As far as you continue to take a step forward and you do believe in what you do and what you offer, and believe on the fact that you'll be supported by the universe, and this will become your livelihood, and it will be like a very abundant livelihood, then it's all gonna be perfect. So I feels like, yeah, this is completed as a message. Hope this reading resonated and most of anything was helpful. You're very welcome to let me know in the comments. And if you'd like to support me, please subscribe to the channel as well as liking the video. I'll be super grateful. And I'm wishing you a beautiful day and night, wherever you are. And I'm up to see you in my next video. Bye. Hello, Bible 2. If you chose Sarasvati, then this is your reading for the urgent messages from Spirit for your spiritual growth and healing. So I'm really excited to see what we're gonna have for you. I'm gonna first lay all the tarot cards, and then we will look at each one of them with its own oracle card as a clarifier. Let's try to make them straight. Wow, we have so many major arcana. We have, of 6 cards, we have 3 major arcana. So this feels like quite an important part of life lesson for you. It's like something very, very important within your life. So I'm really glad that you're here listening to this, and hopefully it will be something that will serve you for your highest good. So we begin with sort of like the current healing, your current healing state. So where you are right now in your healing process. We have the Lover card, as well as Aries with commitment, competitiveness, difficult word for me for some reason, courage and fearlessness. I feel like you've been putting like a lot of work and a lot of commitment in really your own healing, in finding balance, in finding the sense of union within yourself. And maybe you also have put a lot of commitment in a relationship with your loved one or your person. But I feel like there is a lot of fire that you've been putting into this in a very positive way, like in a very, like, you did put a lot of focus and energy in finding this balance, this union, in try to find as well, I feel like, ways to create a really like harmonious and balanced life for yourself, whether it is for you alone or for you with a partner. But it's something that you're actually quite passionate about, finding ways to just live a life that is more aligned and harmonious from the inside out. So it feels very, very wholesome. Like the attitude is like really, really with a lot of integrity from your side, which is very beautiful. Then we have really the urgent messages from Spirit. So what Spirit is coming to tell you for your own healing and growth. And we have the Nine of Pentacles, as well as discover your life purpose. Very interesting. So what I'm getting from this is that within all the passion and the work that you've been putting in for yourself and for creating this harmony, I feel like there is still like some elements of lack of self-worth. And there is this part where I feel like you haven't fully discovered what your life purpose is, what you are meant to be doing, what really fills your soul and fulfill your soul. And that is the part that makes you feel not worthy enough, because whatever you've been doing so far, work-wise, or whatever you've been, especially on the work front, it didn't really fulfill you to the point and make you feel like, yep, like what I'm doing makes a difference. It just fills my soul. So there is this big, don't want to say disconnect, because your intention, you come from a really good place with your intention, but it's just like you haven't found yet. It feels like you haven't found yet what you're meant to be doing, and which spiritual path and what you're meant to be walking fully. And this is kind of creates this sense of like, again, it keeps coming back, this lack of self-worth, and I feel like it's also preventing this abundance to come to you, because you're somebody very committed. So once you kind of like begin with something and you do something, it can blossom. It can you have everything that you need in order to turn a project into a success. But this lacking this life purpose somehow has hindered as well your capacity of creating abundance, because there is something inside that maybe doesn't believe that it's fully worthy of it, or because there is a lack of fulfillment, deep fulfillment in the first place. So there is this lack of capacity of really manifesting all the abundance and all the success that you deserve, because you're somebody that I feel like really deserve it from all the commitment that you put in, the dedication that you put in, and as well the love that you put in when you do something. So it feels quite an important element. Then we have the healing challenge. So yeah, the challenge that has been present in your healing, growth, and process and journey. And we have the King of Swords, as well as Mystic. Know, seek, contemplate, philosophize. So I feel like the challenge that has been present within your healing journey and growth really is maybe that for some of you, because I get a sense that you're quite passionate and fiery, and when I say fiery, I say it in the most positive way. I love fiery people. I feel like I'm a fiery person myself. But you're quite passionate and you're quite emotion driven. And I feel like one of the challenges been really keeping a certain mental clarity, or like this kind of like mental peace, has been quite hard to keep, because it's there is so many emotions that are present, even with positive things, that is really hard to keep that complete like clarity. And I feel like as well, like with the discovery of your life purpose as well, I feel like you haven't necessarily give yourself enough time and space to fully know and find out what your life purpose is. It's like I feel like there has been a lack of phase and moments where you could have been on your own, just diving inwards to fully find that out. What it keeps coming here with is that, like, I keep seeing images of like it would be very beneficial if you could go in nature, retreat yourself, or like go on a silent retreat, meditation retreat, something that will allow you to have the time to contemplate on from the inside out, not from somebody else telling you you're supposed to do this, but from the inside out, like to really find out what your purpose is and what will really fill your soul to do. And I feel like having this clarity will give you so much peace, but it will just unlock so many doors for you. So this has been something that is beautiful to be passionate, but somehow like in this specific case, it's what is required is having more mental clarity and having more time and space to really go inwards and contemplate what is that you're really being called to do. And this feels like a very important thing. Then we have the healing guidance. So what type of guidance Spirit is here to offer you for your own healing? And we have the World card, as well as the Temple of the Rose, Ancient Power, Expression, Activation, Scarlet Codes. I feel like as a healing guidance, Spirit wants to kind of like reiterate how much harmony and sense of belonging you will have once you, number one, discover your life purpose, and number two, once you as well start to walk it. It just feels like there will be a sense of completion in your life, and a sense of integration of maybe different pieces that were there. You were like, I don't understand, I was doing my best in this and this and this, and they were like almost scattered pieces. But once you will find what you're meant to be doing, at least in the present moment, because that can even change at different phases in life, but once you fully give yourself the time and space to find out what you're supposed to be doing as at least this next step in your life, like all the pieces will come in together like a big puzzle that suddenly like just like makes sense. And even things that maybe were disconnected before, they will just be linked. They will be like, oh, you know, like from that perspective, you'll be able to see how everything that maybe you learned in the past, that you were drawn to, but you maybe felt like, oh, but this doesn't, you know, this is not even connected with that anything else. But what is the point of me liking this or doing this? Suddenly, once you kind of get more clarity on your path, it's like something will click. You will see the bigger picture, and things will start to kind of like connect, and like almost like a spider web, you know, where like instead of seeing just one small point, you'll be able to see the whole web. You're like, oh, I get it now. And there will be so much harmony, sense, and fulfillment that will come from that, you know, from seeing this bigger picture. As well as I feel like there is going to be so much, it's like something will be activated in you, where then you'll be able to fully start with your purpose and what you're meant to bring to the world. So like the codes will come to you. I feel like it's a type of knowledge that I feel like you will channel a lot of the knowledge that you will receive once you kind of find out what your path is, you know, like, and how, and have this moment of like giving yourself this moment to contemplate, because it's something that is very much there. I feel like you just need to kind of like become aware of it and call it in, and then it's gonna be there for you. It feels like it's very ancient power. Like it's just it's this activation that once it happens, it was like everything will make sense, and all of these pieces will fall in places, and you'll be like, oh, this is amazing. So this is really, really beautiful, having this kind of like bigger picture and this sense of like yeah, don't want to say necessarily completion, but this sense of like wholeness, you know, it gives me the sense of wholeness finally. So that's very, very beautiful. Then we have the growth opportunity. So what opportunity of growth you have available right now. And we have the Temperance card, as well as Dama, yeah, with Fountain of Wisdom. So I feel like as a growth opportunity, this is very similar to what I just said. Like, I feel like you're gonna find already in the moment you kind of like give yourself the time to contemplate and really kind of seek and open up to your purpose and what you're supposed to be doing now, that is something completely aligned with yourself and your soul. There's going to be so much calmness and serenity coming through. Like, there is going to be a lot of wisdom that, as I said before, I feel like you will actually channel. It's not necessarily wisdom that somebody's going to give to you and be like, oh, thank you for that. No, it's going to be channeled directly through you. And it's just going to, yeah, it will just make, like, it will just give you this clarity. And I feel like from not knowing the path to knowing the path is actually a very short step that you need to take. Is really just giving yourself the time and space to contemplate and to allow yourself to look within with mental clarity and as well with an open heart, so that you can finally open up to all the things that you're supposed to download, all the information that you're supposed to receive, and the path that you're supposed to walk. So I feel like both of these cards are like so much harmony and serenity is beautiful. It's beautiful. So please give yourself that time. You know, even if you're like, if it's just an hour going to the forest and sit somewhere, that will do, you know, whatever you can afford with your lifestyle and your time, but something that you feel like it will really give you that moment of disconnecting from whatever work, family, loved ones, so that you can just go within and just allow yourself to reach this place of like clarity, so that you can manifest all this beautiful serenity and balance and this activation. I feel like something will be activated from a very different place than before. And it feels to be very, very deep, very, very deep. Then we have the immediate action that you could take to really facilitate this healing and growth. And we have the Chariot, as well as Maple with manifestation and pride. Again, I get a sense of like, it's something about really not really waiting to find this time to contemplate or to go within, to really immediately, for as little as you can, whether it's 1 hour, whether it's even 10 minutes, but from like literally now, after listening to this reading, to find to take the action immediately, and to find the time to look within and to contemplate and to allow this knowledge to come through you, because it's I feel like you're gonna be able to manifest it really fast. As far as you take those moments, I keep feeling it's not something that is gonna take a long time, because you've already done quite a lot of work. it's just allowing yourself this I get a sense that for some of you feels like a luxury, the idea of like, oh, you know, I take some time for myself, and if it does, that's okay, but it's actually something very natural to just allow yourself to have some time on your own to reflect and to contemplate and to seek what your inner calling is. And I feel like whatever is gonna come through, to be proud of it, like to be to trust it, and to then walk the path of wherever is coming out with your head high, because it feels like something major in your life with these three major arcana, where it's like is linked to so many things of your healing, your growth. If it ends up being part of your work as well, then it's beautiful. It doesn't necessarily have to, you know, but it's something that will bring you so much joy and harmony and peace, finding this purpose, that everything will just fall into place. I'm just gonna pick some actually 2 extra cards from this deck to see what other messages the universe has for you, for spirit, for your healing and for your growth. We have portal, doors are opening, you decide, rewards, wild card. Look, I love this so much because you can see that the figure is actually walking into this portal, and I feel like this is you in the moment you take this time to go within, and once you kind of like allow yourself to find whatever it is that you're supposed to do, and you just allow yourself to receive this knowledge and you channel this knowledge, is like you'll be walking through like a different timeline, and there is so many doors opening for you. It's just, it feels like so close. You keep feeling so close, and you're gonna have rewards immediately after you do. You just have to allow yourself to give you the time and space to be able to go in and just see what's there. And then, oh, I love this so much. We have your life is a canvas, artist, manifestation, creative accountability. I feel like you truly can manifest whatever you set yourself to manifest. You have that capacity. You have the skills. You have the fire. You have the passion. Just choose what you feel like is really your life purpose, or your purpose, at least in this phase of life, and start to create it, because there is so much abundance as well as peace and harmony that you are gonna get out of it in the moment you will begin. Because I feel like once you have that clarity, you truly will be able to manifest it down to the nitty-gritty. Like you will be able to. So it's just kind of like first getting clarity on exactly what it is, and as the more detailed you can be, the best it is. You know, imagine like a painting. If you have a vague idea, yeah, sure, you could do an abstract art, but when it comes down to like paint your life, you wanna be able to be as specific as possible. And if your style is abstract and it's, you know, it makes you feel good to actually not have that many detail, but you kind of sense the direction and you sense the general lines, then that's good enough. You know, like for me, I'm more like a detail driven person, so I would want to know all the details. But everyone is slightly different, so you have to see which type of artist you are. You know, like, do you need the details? Don't you need the details? And just from there, be accountable to yourself, and then start to create it, because you have so many doors opening for you, and so many rewards and so much healing and peace are waiting for you, that is like, yeah, you just need to walk through that door and it's there, and have the clarity before you do that, because otherwise it can be like chaos, right? So the clarity and having enough time to be on your own, to contemplate and find your answers within. So yes, this feels like it's the main message for you, for this urgent message from Spirit. I hope this was supportive and helpful. You're very welcome to let me know in the comments. And if you'd like to support me, please subscribe to the channel as well as liking this video. I will be super grateful. And I'm hoping to see you in my next one. Bye. Hello pile 3. If you chose this Tibetan deity, then this is your reading on the urgent messages from Spirit for your spiritual growth and healing. So I'm really excited to see what we got for you. So we're gonna lay first the tarot cards, and then we're gonna look at each one of them with their own clarifier with the other oracle cards. Oh, we have so many major arcanas in a row. That's fantastic. Okay, so we can begin with the first two cards, really, that represent the your current healing state, so where you are right now in your healing process. And we have the Wheel of Fortune as well as Ladies with healing, compassion, understanding, and peace. So I feel like where you are right now in your healing process, I feel like you've been in and out of like what it feels like waves of cycle of healing. So like walking towards healing and feeling more whole, and then kind of like going backwards. This kind of like movement of like almost like, yes, wave like of like fullness and then emptiness. And I get a sense that as well this this healing, that the phases or the cycles where you had more healing was as well due from the people that you had around, the partner that you chose, the friends, the people that you surrounded yourself with, while the cycles where maybe you were sort of walking backwards, or where the healing didn't really move forward, it felt like it was also kind of like possibly due to, again, maybe a partner that wasn't also balanced for you, or maybe some friend circle, so the people that you had around you, maybe in a work context, but something like some people that didn't really make you feel fully balanced and in harmony, and affected your process, because I get a sense that you're quite sensitive. And I'm seeing already as well the cups, like I get a sense that like this reading is actually emotionally based. And as well I get a sense with the Wheel of Fortune that your luck is about to change, with like regarding the healing process, where it's like something is gonna shift soon for you. Sorry, shift soon for you for the best, to avoid these sort of like moments of healing and then sort of walking backwards on the healing that you did. So to kind of like bring a sort of more stable type of healing that is gonna fully stay and will be fully grounded. And I feel like that's coming quite soon. Then we have the urgent message from Spirit. So what Spirit wants to tell you regarding your healing and growth. And we have the Empress as well as sexuality. Wow. It's very interesting. The main message that comes quite strongly, and I know this is a general reading, so it will be like slightly different from person to person, but I feel like there is quite an urgent healing to do around the sexuality area as well as the relationship area. I feel like some of you might have been really hurt in the past from a previous partner or multiple previous partner, where they maybe abused you in some way, shape, or form, and that made you quite close off, either to relationship or to even your own connection of sexuality, making love, and I feel like it's something that kind of as sort of bled around as well to your life. It's not just within the romantic connection, but it's something that has affected as well the outer reality of with your capacity of manifesting things, whether it's like a good job that you like or just living from a joyful, abundant place. So whatever has happened in the past and whatever incapacity to assess these I can call it like a fire within of your own pleasure and sensuality is also stopping you from really manifesting the life that you want on all different levels, and from reaching this really abundance, like this abundant and joyful life. And it feels like, again, something quite important for you to look at, like quite fast, because I feel like it's linked as well, this kind of like going in and out of healing. There is something about having this either repressed energy regarding sexuality, or something that hasn't been fully explored, but you not be able to access all the power that you have within yourself, and having to some extent shut down within your own body, within maybe your partner or previous partners, or like to any relationship whatsoever, but as well towards life. I feel like this is very connected to how you the vitality in which you approach life, even the way you actually care for yourself. I get a sense of like you having kind of, for some of you, maybe you've stopped taking care of yourself more since this part was somehow closed off a little bit. So it's like not using the full extent of like nurturing yourself, nurturing your body, nurturing your sensuality. This is something that feels like is important for you to reconnect to, and I want to say very fast, but like, to have it as a priority at this point in time. Then we have the next set of cards, which are really the healing challenge. So what is the type of challenge that you face in your healing journey at this point in time? And we have the Magician, as well as Odyssey with Quest, Offer, Treasure, and Celebrate. So I feel like one of the main things that has been like a challenge within this healing process is you not really allowing, number one, yourself to celebrate yourself and all that you've done and all that you've achieved and all the healing that you got already and the steps you took. But as well, like, you not acknowledging and owning your skills, your capacity, your magic, and there is an element linked with this sensuality where it's like, because you feel like you're not fully assessing your power to the extent that is there, then there is something that a part of it that doesn't believe in your abilities, doesn't believe. And I feel like you do know a lot, you have done a lot, so you actually have like a major set of skills already under your belt, and you already have, whether you acknowledge it or not, accomplished quite a lot in your journey from where you came from and on the path that led you up to the present moment. You have actually accomplished quite a lot that you haven't even fully celebrate yourself for, and somehow you don't see these, or you don't fully either see or acknowledge these incredible qualities that you have, and skills and resources, and this power within that you have that you don't. It's like, I think a part of you knows it is there, but you're not owning it. There is no owning of that. So this is like a big challenge within your healing process, because there is even a sense of lack of trust within yourself and your own capacity to get through things, to say no to the right people, and so on and so forth. So this is a very clear message on that front. Then we have the next cards are really the healing guidance. So what type of guidance Spirit has for you on your healing. And we have the Four of Cups, as well as, oh my god, I love this card. We have Open with Say Yes, Expand to the Extremes, Trust Life. And sorry about the cough. And as soon as I saw this card, I thought about the Empress card and the sensuality. I sense like here the main guidance is, and that's why the urgency was as well towards reconnecting with that sensuality within yourself, is that it's gonna be really easy for you to kind of live from an apathy standpoint and discontent and melancholy. Like, I'm gonna show you as well this card closer. You can really see the person depicted here. She's not radiant, she's not happy, she's not thriving. She's just quite discontent and quite like unimpressed with everything, and there is I feel like even a little bit of a depression, feeling like unfulfilled, while this card is like the expression of like bliss and radiance and like blossoming. And really, like, if you allow yourself to reconnect with that sensuality, sexuality, whatever you want to call it, that fire within, it's gonna really shift your life and the way you perceive and you feel. And there is such a strong emphasis of reconnecting with that as well, like not just towards a partner but towards life. So it's like you opening up a channel of that vital energy, and it will spill around you, like you will exude that type of energy, and it's like you're gonna start to blossom. You will start to blossom with life, instead of being in this place of like discontent and just looking back thinking whatever didn't work out, and whoever did something to you that wasn't quite right. So to really say yes to that inner fire, inner magic, inner sensuality, and to feel like, I feel like it's like opening a Pandora box of your own power, of your own energy, like fire energy, sexual energy, whatever you want to call it. And it's like opening that and just allowing it to span through you. It feels like it's gonna shift a lot of things within you, and it feels like a major part of your healing process, especially right now at this specific time that you're listening to this reading. Then we have the next set of cards, which are really the sort of like the growth opportunity that you have available right now. And we have the Five of Pentacles, as well as don't know if I pronounced that right, politics and ambition. So I get a sense with these two cards that one growth element that you have is with unlocking this energy within, is as well to have an impact on your material and practical life. I feel like you're gonna benefit so much on an economical level, because from being sort of like a tree without fruits and be quite bare, then you will become this like lush tree that will just offer abundance. And so will also your practical life, like the money making, the financial side. It will just completely shift once you switch on this internal switch, Pandora box, whatever you want to call it, and it will just allow you to see an immense amount of opportunities, an immense amount of like different paths or different things that you can do, and people will be drawn to you, like you become so magnetic and charismatic. And I feel like it's like suddenly, like maybe ambitions that were not there within you, that suddenly will be like, okay, I want to start to achieve that. It's like suddenly now you have the energy to pursue things that you are drawn to and excited about, and then you become extremely magnetic to people. So that will also open for you so many doors. So I feel like there is a huge growth for you on a material financial level as well, additional to the healing, especially the emotional healing added if you really go through this process and sort of like open up again to this sensuality and this inner fire and inner energy. Then we have the last set of cards, which are like the immediate action. So what like Spirit would suggest you to sort of to go immediately towards and immediately take action on. And we have the King of Cups, as well as oh, this is so cute, frogs with self-expression and carefree. So I feel like with the King of Cups, okay, so I'm getting different messages for different people. So for who is single and has been single for a while, to really allow yourself and to open yourself to new relationship, to new encounters with partners that are like really emotionally available and mature and balanced, that will support your full expression of yourself, of the healing that you need, of your sensuality, like people that you can completely be carefree with, like that you don't have to think about how you behave, what to say, what to do, and you can fully express your most red essence without like judging yourself for it, without kind of questioning it. And especially I feel like with this healing that has to take place, you really want to have next to you somebody that is very supportive and very compassionate and can be there to support you through it, because there might be some places where, or parts where it might be emotionally painful. So you want to have a person next to you that is quite understanding. So to allow yourself to open up again and to take some action to either meet a person that could be like this, or if you really know a person, maybe they invited you out for like a tea, a coffee, a meal, to say yes again, say yes and take a chance, because it feels like something that it will really support you in this process. And I feel like as well equally to allow like your circle of closest friends or people around you to be also people that are understanding, compassionate from whatever process you're going through, and with whom you can really express yourself without sense of guilt or judgment or masks, and you can just be the carefree version of yourself. And I feel like for who is already in a relationship, to let your partner know the process that you're going through and ask for support and help through this shift, through this reawakening that you want to go through it, and to include them, to like allow them to enter in this process, because they are like a vital part of this. And if they don't know exactly what is happening, they will not be able to support you in it. And for who is in a relationship or has a partner or marriage, whatever status that is actually not, the partner is not supportive and is not compassionate and will not either understanding or support this sort of healing or this sort of process. And you know for a fact it's not just as like you feel inside, this is not the person that will allow you that, or maybe you already talked to them and they just are like, what are you talking about, and it's just really far from them. I would encourage you to reconsider whatever relationship you have with them, and to possibly allow yourself to gravitate towards other partners that will be able to be compassionate and supportive in your healing, in your journey, because it feels like such an important thing that cannot really be left without work on for a long time. In your case, so it's like it's something that requires your attention right now, and it feels like yeah, it has to have the priority. You have to put yourself first. So if the partner that you have, you can honestly say is not supportive towards you, towards your path, towards your healing, then maybe shouldn't be your partner. and I know this is quite harsh, but you inside will know whether that is the case or not. So yes, I hope this resonates. Then we have 2 more cards that I just took now to see what other messages are coming through. Oh my god, I love this. Cracked open, rock bottom, surrender to the alchemy of life. I feel like this is very much in sync with the open and the say yes. There is something that I feel like this Pandora box, this mask coming off. And in that process, in that unfolding, there maybe is a feeling of sometimes touching rock bottom, but it doesn't have to feel like this for everybody. It really depends where you are in the process, but there is an element of completely surrendering to whatever is coming through, to whatever type of healing and process is gonna come through, because number one is not gonna last forever, the process itself, and even the unease on the or the uncomfort part, like, and once the healing has taken place, you have so much abundance and so much enjoyment of life to look forward that is gonna be so worth it, no matter what. So to really allow this surrender of, you know, this process and the energy coming through yourself to be let out and to be reconnected with. Then we have lost lands, soul memories and gifts. You're done this before. I feel like maybe some of you, like in a past life, there were people that were supporting, maybe I want to say magician, like, or tantric, temple, sort of temple priestess, like, I feel like some of you were really doing this in the past, in your past life, and already have a sort of like unconscious and dormant knowledge on how to unlock all of this within you. And even if you were not helping people, you do have memory. You have done this before. You have memories. There may be locked within. How to make this part of you blossom. So there is a part of you deep down that really knows exactly how to do and what to do. And if you don't necessarily remember it, or if you don't sense what exactly the next step is, or how to do the next step, then the only thing left is surrender. But to know that you have done this before, and there might be some additional memories as well that come back to you once you do go through this healing, and there will be more information coming to you meanwhile the healing will get place. So this feels like very deep, and again I keep feeling this emotion, like it's all, everything of this process is emotionally rooted, and even though it's emotionally based, there is going to be so much fruits that it's going to bear. They're also part of like material life, but the main part is definitely like you living a more fulfilling life and a more peaceful and balanced life within yourself, embracing your power, embracing your skills, and embracing really your fierceness and everything that you have to offer, and fully like it's just really fully enjoying life. After I keep feeling this sort of making love to life, you know, after you do this process, you'll be able to enjoy life so much more, that you'll be the furthest thing away from discontent and melancholy. You'll be like this vibrant magnet, you know, like where people will be like, as soon as you enter in the room, you'll be like, they will be like, who is this, you know, like with this just vibrant magnetic energy. So that feels like very much something to look forward to. You're amazing. So I hope this reading resonated, and you're very welcome to let me know in the comments. I really hope it was supportive. I'll be curious to know if it did click or not. And if you'd like to support me and this channel, please subscribe, as well as liking the video. I'll be super grateful. And I'm wishing you a great day or evening, wherever you are, and I'm hoping to see you in my next video. Bye. Hello, pile 4. If you chose this metal Ganesh, then this is your reading on the urgent messages from Spirit for your spiritual growth and healing. So excited to see what we got for you. So we're gonna first lay out all the tarot cards, and then we're gonna look at each one of them with their oracle card in association as a clarifier. So just a second, then I'm gonna lay all of them down. Okay. Perfect. So we begin with the first set of cards that are really like represented your current healing state. So where you are in your healing process right now. And we have the Two of Swords as well as Pisces with sensitivity, psychic awareness, symbols, and signs. So with these two cards, I feel like you as a person are somebody quite sensitive and psychic aware, and somebody quite open to receiving information, to channeling. Is a part of you that is quite developed. But at the same time, I feel like that at the present moment, you've been sort of like in between. You've been quite confused about something. You've been like almost with a foot in and a foot out about a specific situation, where I get a sense that it's not a confusion that you have because just your own doubts, is because some information might have been hidden from you. So that creates a sense of like, even though you're quite connected to your psychic and science and intuition, there is actually hidden information that has been sort of covered for you to know, and that's why there is a bit of a struggle in a decision that you have to make. That will vary, of course, from person to person listening to the reading, but there is I can sense a sense of confusion while you're a person that is quite intuitive. So I feel like you do have a sense of what might be hidden, and you do have a sense of what maybe the path that you have to take is, but because you're not 100% sure of the information that is hidden, you feel like a little bit confused. So then next we have the urgent message from Spirit. So what Spirit really wants to make sure that you do here right now. And we have the Moon card as well as Phoenix Rising. So I feel like, first of all, with the Moon card, there is a confirmation that there has been things have been kept from you, and it wasn't just something that happened. Oh, I didn't like the person happened not to mention. There was a reason why those things were not said to you, because whoever kept the truth from you knew that you would make a very different decision if you knew what happened. So I get a sense that could have been like a partner that maybe was disloyal in some way, shape, or form, a family member that wasn't very honest with something that happened, or even like on the work side, something that happened that it wasn't for your best interest, and it wasn't something positive towards you, so that whoever was involved kept it from you for a reason. And it's important that I feel like Spirits wants to kind of like reiterate that it's not you being confused just because, or just because you have doubts, and to make sure that you don't get gaslighted into any version of the story, because there is some information that actually have been hidden, and it is not you making stuff up. And the other part that I feel like is quite an important message, that you are very strong. You might be sensitive, but you're extremely strong as a person, so that whatever the information you will get to know, it will not break you. You're incredibly resilient as a person, and you will be able to rise again, an even more empowered version of you after you kind of understand fully what happens, and once you make the decision that you have to make based on all the information, you will really rise again, and not to fear whatsoever the change, if there is a change coming from the decision that you have to make, because you're extremely strong and the change is going to be for the better, exactly for the better. Then we have the healing challenge. So what is been a challenge for you on this healing journey? And we have the 10 of Cups, as well as Sovereign with reclaim, persevere, govern, remember. I'm getting a bunch of different messages, so I'm just gonna, of course it's a general reading, so I'm just gonna mention what comes through, and you will see if it resonates with you. So I feel like for some of you, one of the challenge in this healing process and journey happening right now is that if the decision and the hidden information was coming from a partner, romantic partner, you maybe had this picture with this person to build a family, to have this, for that person to be like your forever partner, right? And to have babies and to have a family. And this is really a part like it's just an idea, because it's what really holds you back from making the decision that you have to make, especially if this person has been in some way, shape or form disloyal to you and to the relationship. And there is like you not tapping into your own sovereignty and your own power, that doesn't allow this shift and change that needs to happen to be faster, because you're still in a sense possibly attached to that image of having a family with this person. But knowing whatever information that comes through, then that will kind of like break that image of the family that you wanted to create. Another message that is coming through is that maybe there is a part of you that thought that, for example, like having a family and reaching some type of like family stability, romantic ideals, and domestic joy with somebody will kind of steer you away almost from reclaiming your own power and to be sovereign in either your spirituality and your work. You felt like maybe there is like this unconscious idea that maybe you had to choose, like either it's family and this kind of like picture perfect family, or it's me and my path and my power. And this is something that as well, this thought that you had to choose, I feel like this is something that has been a challenge and maybe really hold you back from going forward in this journey, and just has been something that has been slowing you down, because I felt like you had to choose, you had to kind of like make a decision between the two of them and choose one, while that's not really entirely the case. I had a third message that came through, but now it's gone, so if it comes back I will share, but right now it's gone, so I guess it wasn't that important, or it will be if it comes back. And then we have the next set of cards, which are like really the healing guidance on what spirits want to pass through for your healing journey as a guidance. And we have the Page of Swords, as well as codes of the seeds. The blueprint is within you. Take the next step. So I feel like really here the guidance from Spirit is for you to be very curious and open and communicative on really talking with whoever was involved in the decision that you have to make, or whatever was involved in the thing that you think were hidden from you, and just to find out as much as you can the truth, because this is something that feels quite important for you to then make the decision that you have to make and the step that you need to take. And I feel like within you, you already know how to process and how to go about this. And I feel like there are elements of like you having to go out there to kind of get information that you need, but then kind of sort of come back and cocoon maybe a little bit to process it all and to let it settle, because it feels like there is a process that needs to happen of like a bit surrendering with the information that you've received, because from there on a shift has to happen, a decision has to be made, and there will be a change. So there is that phase of like having to, once you gather all the information, having to cocoon for maybe a very short amount of time, but still giving yourself that processing time where you're just kind of like, okay, you know, I'm with me in my own energy, I make a decision coming from 100% me and all the information that I have on the subject. And then we have the sort of the growth opportunity that you have within the situation available to you. And we have the Fool, as well as Mana Kel, knowledge of good and evil. So I feel like with these two cards, it's like, I feel like you will understand way more how the psychology of people. I feel there is something within all this whole situation that maybe whoever was involved didn't meant to hurt you, didn't do it on purpose, but they still maybe did something that wasn't in line or wasn't in your best interest. And I feel like you will come out of it with so much more emotional maturity and as well like understanding of the human psyche. And you will not come out bitter in any way. I feel like actually on the opposite side, this change will give you the opportunity to really begin something new, to begin as well with trusting and a leap of faith in what is coming next. I feel like you will acquire way more understanding of how strong you are, how much sovereignty you have, and you will have more like a sort of fearlessness about you, you know, and how you approach this new beginning. Because I feel like you have all the whole picture in front of you. So it's like, and I feel like there is a lot of compassion as well for whoever was involved in this process, in the decision. There is a lot of understanding, deeper understanding that really denotes how much emotional maturity you will have and how much growth you had within this process and this decision and this change. Then we have sort of the immediate action that Spirit is suggesting that you could take for your growth and healing. And we have the Ten of Pentacles as well as bare feet. Love this card. Grounding and roots. I feel like the immediate action is number one, caring for yourself and really focusing on your own grounding, on like really making whatever next step and whatever beginning for you, like in a direction that makes you feel you are blossoming, not that another person is blossoming. And as well to have the focus on really your financial security is something that really comes through with this, to make sure that you again care about yourself, and if there is something linked to work, to make sure you think about your long-term financial security and your long-term success, because there might be something that will shift with this new beginning or something that was already present prior to that. But this is your time as well to sort of put that as a priority and not allowing other people needs or whatever they wanted out of you and the dynamic with them to steer you away from that, and to really just hold your ground. I feel like hold your ground is like coming up really strong, and again like walking in a direction that makes you blossom. Keeps coming back, so it feels like quite clear. And I feel like as well, because you are quite sensitive and psychic, that you will know the direction that is. It's like you don't need anyone to tell you that direction. It's just gonna be there for you, you know. You just need to choose to walk it. I love this. And then we have, if you can see properly, jump in, Andromedan energy, adventure, say yes to change. I mean, yes. There is this amazing shift happening for you, and I feel like this adventure coming through. There is an element of having to cocoon a little bit in the process and having to find out some information to be able to fully allow yourself to make the change. But at the same time, yeah, I feel like there is a huge shift coming through, and somewhere where you're gonna leave from as we said before, from a place of like more spontaneity and fearlessness. I don't know, some words today are not coming through. Fearlessness, whatever, you know what I mean. And to be really like a free spirit and just like enjoy life more while caring about yourself, while walking a path toward your blossoming. But the whole thing will feel like an adventure, you know, like, because it's your own choice, it's your own freedom, it's your own it's your own path, you know. So it will feel like a complete new adventure. So it feels very, very exciting. And then we have karmic relationship, Orion energy, polarity, soul growth, conflict. So I feel like for who had this decision, had to linked with relationship with a partner, this is definitely part of the change that will happen, and it will make you grow. It's a process, and it is a change that will make your soul grow so much. And in all of this that has happened is very much karmic. It's not it had to happen, and it had to happen for you to find out what was going on, and for you to choose your own path and to blossom in it. And I feel like as well, for who the main point wasn't a romantic relationship, but was all work based or family based, there is a karmic element into the dynamic with the people that you had you were relating with, or hidden the truth from you, because it's all something that had to come out. Maybe you had to have a conflict, and then it had to be resolved into this growth from your side, and this blossoming on your own path. But equally, for who was in a romantic relationship and who wasn't, it was something that was meant to happen, karmically speaking. So you have done nothing wrong in choosing that person, that job, trusting that family member. It was really meant to happen for your own good and for your own growth. So everything feel like very, very aligned, because you'll be able to really stand your ground and blossom on your path, which is amazing. So I'm wishing you all the best, my dear pile 4. If I would love if you let me know if this reading resonated or it was supportive in any way. I'll be really, really curious to know. And if you like to support this channel, please, or support me as well, please subscribe to the channel as well as liking the video. I will be super grateful. And I'm sending you a big hug, wherever you are, and I'm hoping to see you in my next video. Bye!